It is 7 o'clock. It's time to get the show on the road. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Me and Danny really appreciate it. We're hoping for a smooth show tonight. I'm gonna knock on my.
We had that pre-show between me and Jason to work things out.
Yeah, we've been talking to each other since like 6 o'clock now, so making sure everything works. All right, so as always, we like to get started with this question here. New gears. Since we're such gearheads, what new piece of gear? How's your gas been acting up? What piece of new gear you got? Let us know in the chat. And while that's going on in the chat, Danny and I will share some of the new gears we got. And actually, I don't have any new gear this time, but instead, I'll share a little story about what happened over this past weekend at the wedding that I shot. So I took out the Rode VideoMICRO. It's this little guy right here. Very, very awesome mic. I really love this thing. It's $60. Great sound quality. Before that, at every wedding, I would use the VideoMICRO, and I would hate this thing. Don't get me wrong, though. Amazing sound quality, but my version is so old that it has these stupid rubber bands that just comes off all the time whenever I dump it in my bag, and they are a hassle to attach it back together. So I was just like, forget it. I don't want to be dealing with this at a wedding. So I threw it away. Not really threw it away, but I put it back into the bin and took this guy out instead. The problem was, and I discovered this while I was shooting the prep with the groom, that this drains a lot of battery. And of course, you know, it's of course it does. I mean, like, it doesn't have its own little battery source, unlike the VideoMICRO that takes the 9-volt battery. So people actually warned me about this when I did the unboxing for this mic right here, that it would draw a lot of battery from the already weak battery life of the Sony Alpha cameras. So I kind of forgot about it. I took it with me. I shot some prep. I was only like 30 minutes into the shoot. My battery went from 100% to 57%. And I was like, how did this happen? Because usually I don't need to change batteries until maybe the first look or the ceremony. And that's usually an hour or so after the prep. So just a word of warning to you guys. Be careful if you're using this mic. If you're shooting any long form stuff like ceremonies, reception, anything that could go on for more than 10, 15 minutes, maybe not wise to use the VideoMICRO. Stick with the VideoMICRO. But if you're doing stuff for like vlogging or anything like that, this is a great mic. So I still love this little guy, but I just can't trust him with this.
Jason, what's your thoughts on like the audio quality between that and the Rode VideoMICRO in terms of just what you're getting out of it?
So this is an awesome mic. I mean, if you're doing any sort of vlogging, if you have it on top of your camera, if you're about this close, if you're like this close doing like vlogging style, it's gonna pick up just fine. But the distance isn't as good as the VideoMICRO, but honestly, for what I use it for vlogging or anything like close by, it works just fine.
You know, for me, back in the day, especially with Canon cameras, because of the poor gain inside of the Canon DSLRs, I'd always do the +20 on the Rode VideoMICRO, and then go straight to 1 inside of the camera. Since we're on this topic, what do you usually do with the Rode VideoMICRO? So
I used to do the same thing whenever I use the Canon camera, but for the Sony, what I do is I leave everything in the middle. So not even +20, so it's 0, 0 on the middle for the VideoMICRO, and leave it 15 on the Sony. So I don't even go 1 for that one. It sounds fine. It's honestly not too bad. So I'm not hearing any like those kind of preamp. The preamp is pretty good for that, and since the VideoMICRO doesn't have any of that kind of stuff, I think it's like all middle by default. So I probably would set it like 12 or 15 on the Sony.
Yeah, and for those of you on the stream, if you have a Rode VideoMICRO and your rubber bands get loose or you lose them, I've hit up Rode before, and they'll send you extra rubber bands if you ever need them. So really? I've also had issues where let's say the cage itself, this like little this cage had issues or this thing got broken or something got loose, you email Rode, they will hook you up. They will send some replacement parts if you ever need them. But Jason, have you seen the new one, the actual new
yeah,
the new model?
That's actually what I wanted to bring up as well, and I actually forgot. But I've seen it. I really like it. I mean, it's still using that new shock mount suspension, right? And I really like how it's taking AA batteries now, because I have a ton of AA rechargeable.
Wait, that one takes AA batteries? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the new one?
Yeah, the one that's coming out.
Got it.
And that one is the same thing as the VideoMICRO, where you can actually take it out.
Yeah.
Take this cable out and put something else in, because you could be using the VideoMICRO on an iPhone or something. So I thought that was very innovative. So I don't know when it's coming out, but when it drops, I'm going to get it. This is due for an upgrade.
Honestly, I like the VideoMICRO only because it's just portable. It's compact.
Mm-hmm.
There's that Rycote Lyre model that has a slightly better. It doesn't have the rubber band issue anymore, but it's just a little bit more bulkier and harder to pack up.
Oh, is it? Yeah, you know what? I can definitely see that. This one is definitely a lot slimmer, but man, the rubber bands just keep coming off. They don't break. It's just the fact that they keep coming loose, and then I have to like put it back in and.
Just you gotta put new ones. You gotta put new ones.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna contact Rode then.
Yeah, hit them up. My classroom, we have those Rode VideoMICROs, and man, they get wear and tear, so they're pretty nice about sending extra stuff. So
cool. All right, let's jump back into the comments really quick, and let's see what some of the new gears that people got. All right, let's see here. Dave, what's going on? Dave Sincere is on. Delgado Pixels. I caught Atomos today while it's B&H was trying to get that $75 new low price. They said $79 for the monitor only. Accessories sold separately. I told Atomos that their advertising sucks. What? Really? That's bad. I thought $795 was with everything, because on their press release, they literally said savings of $500. They're not saying monitor only. So that is really confusing. If that's the case, I'm going to be freaking out. Horrible. But hey, Delgado Pixel, thanks so much, man. I appreciate the heads up. We're gonna have to see when the new price drops. I think it's gonna come out March 31st, literally the same time as the GH5. So we'll definitely see.
Hey, really quick, Jason, before we continue on, the difference between the Inferno and the one you have, right? They're two different ones, right? The Ninja.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Flame.
Yeah.
And Inferno, what's that? You had 4K at 60, you said?
So you know, they have a Shogun line and a Ninja line, right?
Right.
So they have a Shogun Inferno.
Yeah.
And now they have a Ninja Inferno. And the Ninja Inferno now allows you to do 4K 60.
Got it. Okay.
Before that, you would have to buy the $2,000 Atomos Ninja Shogun Inferno. That's $2,000 or something. That would be the only one that gives you the 4K 60 option.
Okay.
Yeah. Zoom Chris, I have a Meike grip and the Minolta X700. I also got another TT685 ND, a TT350 MC11 135 F2L. Oh my gosh, you spent, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, you really need to unsubscribe and unfollow us, because you're going to be spending more money.
I know, Chris. Don't spend all that money.
You might spend more money after the show too. I don't know. No promises. We got some kick-ass products we're going to talk about today. Yep. Matt Fan, I picked up the Laowa 105mm STF lens used for Matorama. Just arrived today. Wow. Is all STF lenses going to give you that circular smooth balls like the 100 STF? I mean, I honestly don't know. Is that what STF would give you, those really nice smooth round balls?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too.
Hello, Vivian. My girlfriend is on.
Hi, Vivian.
There's a little wrench by her name. She's a moderator.
Oh,
moderate for us.
Kick people out.
We have 2 dislikes now. Who dislike us? Come on.
Start suspending people.
Uh, no, everyone's been very great today. Everyone's awesome. Gilberto, what's up, man?
Hey, Gilberto.
Right. Paper Crane Films. Hey, Jason, Fujioka here. Looking good. Likes look great. Great live. What's up, man? Yo, Robert. I don't have access to that email anymore. I'm so sorry, man. So if you need to email me, find my email on my YouTube page. And let's see. Zoom Chris, I'm getting better, man. Thanks for asking, everybody. Anybody know? Okay, so Richard Sumilang asks, does anybody know when the VideoMICRO Plus release date is? Yeah, does anybody know, actually? Do you know, Johnny?
I have no idea.
I tried asking at CP Plus, but the guy didn't really answer me. But hopefully at NAB 2017, there will be something. I mean, I'll snoop around and ask as well when I'm there.
You know, while we're on that topic, I'm going to tell you something. I was a kit that Rode has, that wireless.
Yeah. Well, Danny, you froze, man.
Thing for the longest time. Oh, I froze. Hello.
Yeah, you're better now.
Okay. I waited for, I think, a year, if not more than a year for that. And then I was waiting for the attachment, the Rode broadcaster, where you attach a microphone onto this wireless component to it. It took a long time for Rode to release it. So I feel like even though they might say it's coming out, let's say they'll say like, oh, summer or something, it probably will take another 6 months on top of that. I don't know. That's just my.
Dang. So they already have a bad track on the release patterns. Ugh.
For some products, yes, that's what I've noticed. So.
All right. Richard Sumilang, how does the Ninja Inferno do 4K 60 when the GH5 only does 24/30? Just to touch up really quickly, the Atomos monitors, they push the limits of the camera, so you can actually do a lot of stuff. It pushes past the 30-minute recording limit as well, so really powerful monitors.
Wait, doesn't the GH5 do 4K 60?
It does. It does 4K 60, but 8-bit 420. So with the monitor, you're getting 10-bit 422 4K 60.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Slim Sloppy, I'm on mobile. I don't see a thumbs up option. Really?
What the heck?
That is weird. Well,
that's terrible.
Slim Sloppy, it's the thought that counts. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you haven't done so, please give the video a thumbs up to help us out.
All right. So let's move on to you. What new piece of gear do you have, Danny?
All right. So I think it was posted on Sony Alpha Rumors, I don't know, about a couple days ago, or maybe 3, that the Meike Alpha 6500 grip has been officially set up for pre-order, I guess. And I saw it, and I know I made a video showing how you can use the Alpha 6300 Meike grip on the Alpha 6500, but it was kind of like a Frankenstein. Didn't really fit correctly, but it worked. Didn't feel very secure, but it worked. And actually, a viewer had to actually correct me because I didn't know it actually worked. So I don't recall the viewer's name anymore, but they actually corrected me on that. So I am very excited about that the Meike grip. So I did pre-order it. I know I'm getting a lot of feedback lately that people are having issues with the Alpha 6300 Meike grip. So I guess you're gonna have some heat of caution. I'll be the test subject when it comes out for everybody out there. But especially since I shoot with bigger lenses, just having a grip on the Alpha 6500 is always a nice thing. So Jason, what's your thoughts? Are you thinking about getting a grip? And also on the chat, if you are looking into this, let us know.
I am struggling to load up the we need to practice our screen sharing skills right here. Okay, here we go. All right. So here is the new Meike a6500 grip. Okay, so am I correct to assume that there isn't a battery grip for the Sony a6500? Like, there's no official Sony one.
No, and that's the crazy thing. Sony just doesn't produce a native first-party grip.
And so this is a good thing. And what was your experience with the 6300 battery grip?
You know, everything about it worked just fine. The only caveat was that it wasn't a solid connection. I don't know. Have you ever had the battery grip from the A72 line, or no?
No. So yeah, that's and since you brought it up, that's one of my main concerns with third-party these battery grips, that third-party batteries in general. Like, I'm just so worried that there's going to be some connection issues, since, you know, I can see this being okay with photography, with photos. Like, if you have issues with it, you can just take the battery grip out and just like put in the battery and close your battery door, and you'll be good to go. But for videos, if this just suddenly loses connection while you're shooting like long form you're shooting like long form ceremony or whatever, and you lose connection, then you're kind of screwed. That's the thing that I would be worried about.
Yeah, I definitely can see that as a major concern. Also, the fact that since it's not a native product, you don't have an accurate reading about the actual battery life. So I think when I was doing my test on it, I think from what I recall was that the battery, it picks up one of the batteries, and once that battery's dead, it jumps to the next one. Or, you know what, I don't even remember. I'd have to watch my own video to find out. I don't recall.
Check out that one camera guy.
Yeah, you got to check out that one camera guy. I forgot what I realized about the grip, but I mean, my experience overall was not overly negative about it. It was pretty positive for the most part, but I didn't use it as heavily as I thought I would. Only because I was always doing tests, and I had a cage instead, so I couldn't put this. I couldn't put my battery grip and a cage at the same time. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah. So that would be another concern I have with this battery grip. I mean, like, battery grip in general. I mean, like, if Sony actually release one themselves, God forbid, it'll probably be like $200.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can see battery grips being very beneficial in video recording. I mean, the thing I'm worried about with third parties that they'll probably short out on you, give you inaccurate thing, or lose connection or whatever. But if I can get like a actual OEM manufacturer battery grip, I would actually get it, because it's just so easy to swap out batteries. Because let me stop the screen sharing right here.
And just to follow up on that, the one criticism a lot of people have about the Meike grip here was that it drains battery if you have it stored. So if you have the camera and this just stored in your bag, if I don't know if it was, even if you had it on, off or on, but if you have it in your bag, it just drains. It'll still drain your battery down. So that was one thing people pointed out a lot.
Okay. So if there's a proper working battery grip, I mean, it would be awesome, because you have it down here. It's so easy to switch out batteries, because when you mount this on a tripod, let's say you're shooting something that's long form, if you need to switch out batteries, sometimes the battery door would like hit the tripod when you mount it on it. So this battery door doesn't even come like more than halfway sometimes. So you have to like dismount the thing from your tripod, put in a new battery, and you can see I'm struggling right now. So much second, it's just wasted, you know, potential seconds you can cut back to in post. So it's just a pain. So having that battery grip can be beneficial, but this third party one though, I don't know, man. So what would you, in your experience with the 6300, I mean, would you recommend the Meike battery grip?
You know what's funny? I actually had one of my students. They had the Alpha 6300 was on this. This was mounted to a monopod at the very base of it, and I had them use the 70-300 Sony lens, which is pretty heavy. And that thing was like leaning. It was like hanging over like that on this connection. It didn't break connection at all. I'm just letting you know. I mean, it was terrifying, but they used it. They had the battery grip. The camera was on it and had a 70-300 attached to it. And obviously, there's going to be a little bit of flex right there. It was fine. It didn't break in half, although it could have, but it worked just fine. I think the people who need it, if you got bigger hands and you shoot if you shoot a lot of portrait mode, I think it's invaluable in my opinion. If you're going to be using it very aggressively, the actual grip, then yeah, I think it could be a problem. But if you do a lot of portraits and you're just shooting with an a6000 style camera, I think it is beneficial in my opinion. That's just my, if you're going to be shooting portraits with your a6000 type camera, I would say get it. That's my suggestion. Cool.
All right, let's see what people has to say about this Meike battery grip. Mav fan says, get a grip, Jason. Must be referring to my. That's funny. I'm not laughing, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, need to be better at the switching for sure. Data LaForge, welcome back, man. How you doing? I got the Sony grip for my A7S, and it's essential. What do you shoot again? Do you shoot photos or videos? Let me know.
I'm gonna guess. I would say maybe video, but
video, right? Yeah.
The grip's really good. The OEM A7 II grip, solid, very solid. Very solid.
It's like $200 or something, right?
It was on sale at B&H. That's when I swooped it up.
Oh, how much did you get it for?
I think it was like $150 or less. I think so. I was like, I'll just go after it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, my next step, I feel like I should get a cage for my camera, just depending on which one. So
there's that Tilta.
I want to get the Tilta. Casey Neistat has the Tilta. It looks freaking sweet. But if I get it, I can't attach the battery grip. But also, I wouldn't even know which one to get, which cage to get it for which of my camera.
Is it Tilta the one has the fan? It has like a built-in fan.
Oh, do they? Wow. I don't know.
I think they have a cage for the Alpha 6300 with a built-in fan. I've been meaning, like, if they would just contact me, I'd love to just try that out because I still have 2 Alpha 6300s and I'm planning on selling one of them. But I'd really love to be able to have a little fan that's running on that thing so it doesn't overheat. So
it just with that, would there be a noise issue with the fan running if that's the case?
I think it's, I don't know, no idea. Tilta, if you're watching, let me know. Summer's coming up here in California. I'll be willing to test it out for you.
I can just imagine that fan was just like, and then your mic just picks it all up.
It's just like a PC fan and all that good stuff. So,
Zoom Chris, I already have the Meike for my A7R2. Had the same one for the A7 II. Worked flawless. Love the grip. Zoom Chris, I'm glad you're having a good experience with it.
There you go. You went third party.
All right, right there is a what is it? Testimony right there. You should leave like an Amazon review.
But the thing I would say though for Chris's situation is that grip there is a grip design for it, so they emulated it, and there's a structural point on the actual A7R2 for it. With the 6000 series, there's no structural point for it to mount, so it's not as secure. So I'm guessing it's pretty good, but I haven't tried it, so I can't really speak on it. But Chris, thanks for the input.
I'll be watching your channel for a review. Dave Sincere says, I was looking into the Meike grip for the 6300. I saw so many negative reviews that I decided not to. Ouch.
What was the negative reviews, Dave?
Let me know. Let us know. Claudio says, I love the A7 Mark II grip. Let's see here. Let's see. If MadFan1 says, if Meike made one with a secondary SD card slot, it would be cool. As these block the SD card slot, which is a bummer. Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
that is true.
That's a huge issue. I didn't even think about that.
I can get around that, MadFan. Just get a 128 to 256 gigabyte SD card. Solves all your problems.
Do you shoot with a 128 card yourself?
I have like three 128 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme Pros.
I have 2 only. I'm looking to get more.
I thought about getting the Patriot version for the 256 because the SanDisk Extreme Pro is kind of pricey. But I think I don't have a need for a 256 gigabyte card, so a 128 is good for me.
128 is good. Never have too many eggs in one basket, guys.
Just put them all in one basket.
Not me, man. At weddings, I'm just like, okay, I'm done with prep. I'm swapping out to a new card. Boom, card for ceremony. Switch it out. Boom, card for reception.
So you're like, where's my card? It's gone. Oh, crap.
Oh, that's my greatest fear is that I accidentally reformat a card that same day.
God, it's happened to me.
Nightmare. nightmares, man. Charlie Brown is in the house. What is going on, Charlie Brown? Charlie Brown is a proud owner of an A7 II and an A7 R2. Well, A7 R2 is coming this weekend, right? This guy is having some mad gas. Bought a ton of stuff. G-Yun crane, a Camaro, you name it. This guy has been. He owns everything in just in a span of 1 week.
Damn.
All right, MattFan1 says, I have a newer battery grip on my A7 R2, and it's been great. Doesn't Manny use the newer one? You know Manny, which
grip? Not using legit Sony? What's going on? What's going on?
He vouched for one of the battery grips. I forgot which one he uses, but
okay.
I think it might have been a newer one.
He'll probably start vouching for the Sony ones, maybe.
Yeah, he will. Let's see here. Dave Sincere says, ha ha ha, that one camera gave his own Meike a6300 grip video a thumbs down.
What the heck? I did that?
You're like, I don't like my own video.
Why would I do that?
Dave Sincere asks, why, I wonder, Sony doesn't make an official battery grip for the 6300 or the 6500? I don't know.
Because they want you to buy the A9.
Oh, that's something that we'll talk about fairly soon. Casey has started vlogging again. Yes, he is. We'll be interested to see what Sony gear he'll be using. If anyone's interested, we can do a breakdown on this gear.
Jason, I think it's a good time to start making some Sony videos because you want your video to pop up next to Casey Neistat's video when he does one about Sony.
I like to think he watched my A7R2 video before he bought the A7R2.
I hope you watch one of mine too, but I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. Maybe.
Our goal is to have him mention us one day.
Yeah, they'll just
kids talking about their Sony Alpha cameras.
He's like, oh, there's these two Asian guys that do a podcast.
I hope you watch this. All right, let's see here. We'll get through a few more comments, and we're gonna go back to the news. MattFan1 says A7R2 group is $350. Ouch. Keith Alexander Bailey, Panda Photographer, what's going on, man? Cage for the camera is a good idea. Let's see.
Where are we at on the comment? Where are you at?
I don't. I scroll past some because I'm trying to get through these comments.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to get a grip for the 6300 that's like the XT2 battery booster grip. Straight Poison TV. Art photography with Alan Freeman. I formatted a card and shot more shots than realized I don't have to back up a photo. The SanDisk recovery software got it back for me. Woo!
I formatted a card and shot more shots. Dang, that's nice.
Oh, man.
I use Recuva. I don't know what software you guys use, but
oh yeah, I use Recuva. I think I was using my LG V10. Great content creator phone. But the micro SD card crapped out on me. I was like filming some event that Donnie Yen was in. If you guys know Donnie Yen, Ip Man actor.
Yeah.
Phone died, and then I was like, oh crap, all my photos and all my videos are gone. So I used Recuva. I paid whatever $50 for it, and it recovered all my stuff. I was like so thankful. I was like, oh god, thank goodness this worked. Cool. Awesome.
I never get the SanDisk recovery, even though it comes free with the card when you buy it. I don't know.
Dude, I have so many free copies of those. Like I bought 4 H1s, and I have a code for like that. I don't know. Alrighty, let's move on to the next. Oh, Dave Sincere, Donnie Yen. I saw it, man. Yeah, Donnie Yen is awesome. He was in my area. What am I doing?
Are we jumping into the news back to news?
Yes, back to the news. All right. Sony new product announcements April 23rd, which is coincidentally the same time as NAB 2017.
Ooh.
So if you guys have been following Vong, then you guys would know that NAB is happening next month, April 23rd, and Sony Alpha Rumor has been saying there's some stuff that is potentially coming out. One of them is being the 8K camcorder, the 16 to 35 G master, plus the 100 to 400 G lens that we talked about the other day, and a new high-end E-mount camera, aka the A9. But sources have told him that they're keeping the A7 naming series for this new high-end E-mount. So if that's true, if that's not true, just take all of this as a grain of salt. We don't know too much about it yet. But for now, what we do know about the we don't know about the A9 again. It's rumored to have unlimited RAW, 20 FPS, dual SD card, and a joystick. Thank goodness for the joystick. So yeah, I don't know. What's interesting? What's standing out to you, Danny, from this list of
and also in the comments, if noting those particular features, the unlimited RAW, 20 FPS, dual SD, or joystick, what are you anticipating for it, and what do you want to see with the A9? As far as for my perspective, holy crap, 20 FPS, that's insane.
That's something that's for you, man. I think.
Yeah,
help you out a lot.
It would make shooting sports photos like stealing candy from a baby, which kind of is already. But 20 FPS, unlimited RAW, that's insane. The joystick's nice. I mean, joystick there. And man, 20 frames, that's just a huge amount of photos. I'm just wondering on the megapixel value. I think that's one of the questions I would have.
I think it's going to be 24 is what they're saying. They're keeping it low.
24 is fine with me. You know what? You know, the thing I want to kind of talk about is the naming convention that they might be going with. That it might be an A7 III. But it's weird that they're saying there might be an I don't know if the A7. Man, this is some really tough things to think about. Would Sony, would it make a lot of sense for Sony to release the A9 model, or just keep pushing their A7 series and diversifying that line with sensitivity, resolution, and your kind of all-purpose A7?
You know, I
would like it.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I would like to see an A9, but I mean, if it's $6,000, that'd be a really hard, a very, very difficult thing to push for, to grab. But
in response to your naming convention, I guess I don't know. I just felt like they were gonna go with the whole, like what Canon's doing, you know, 5D Mark III, Mark IV, and then there's the 1DX line. So what if they're pricing it at $6,000 for that camera? I mean, it'll be like the 1DX, right? So
yeah,
if they change their naming convention to like A9, it would make sense to me, at least. You know, they're trying to keep like the A7 models to be similar to the 5D Mark III, 5D Mark IV line.
The A9, man, if it's $6,000, it's gonna be really out of reach. I mean, it's not out of reach. I would have to sell off Canon stuff right at that point. But I'm just hoping it's within the ballpark of under 4,000 maybe, or less, if that's possible on Sony's end. I could probably sell off some camera gear here and there.
It's gonna be tough for me to get this camera too. I mean, I really don't want to forego my A7R2 or my 6500. I don't even have anything else to sell. I mean, I'll probably have to start throwing some G Master out the window for this new camera. So,
and what sucks is it doesn't hold its value. It doesn't hold its value over time.
So, but who's interested in getting something like this? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, like, who in their right mind would want to pick up an A9 if they have no issues with overheating. They've got that all squared away. And I think if it's within the $3,000 to $4,000 US, I think it's a seller. I think it could sell to the market. But I think with the 20 FPS, it's really geared towards the sports market at that point. I mean, who needs technically 20 FPS? But
I don't know. But I mean, I can see this for anybody, any professionals who's shooting any sort of, you know, weddings or concerts, or, you know, what I think as a if anybody's looking to really jump into doing more pro work with Sony cameras, I think this is going to be that camera for them. I mean, everyone's always talking about having dual SD card slots, unlimited RAW, and all that good stuff. So this may be that camera that answers their prayer.
Yeah.
So
what happens with the hierarchy though? So you have the A9,
Mhm.
and then let's say we do have an A9, then we're going to get an A7 III, A7R3, and an A7S III.
Mhm.
Does it dilute the ecosystem? What happens after that? What do you give and what do you not give to those other models of cameras? Because we obviously got 4K both the A7R2 and the A7S2.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm excited about the tech. I think Sony's going to keep the price point fair enough, but
We'll see.
I don't know.
I'm hoping there's something that we could play with at NAB, and if they do, this guy wants to get his grubby hands on it.
Hey, is there an announcement from another manufacturer coming out at around that time? Because I feel like Sony's always trying to drop a big announcement when someone else releases something big.
I don't know.
Because the D500, I remember the D500 was announced from Nikon.
Mhm.
And then soon after, I think Sony announced something else. I don't remember. I think Sony likes to keep around the corner and drop something huge. So if maybe Canon or Nikon or even another manufacturer, or is the Panasonic GH5, when's that coming out?
That's coming out this week.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Then I think it'd be opportunistic for them to drop something like this to kind of steal the thunder. That's my opinion. I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I'm hoping the next iteration has 4K 60, 10-bit internal recording, because they have a lot to compete with the GH5. The GH5 is promising a lot of great stuff. So
yeah, Sony's going to bring it. I feel like they're going to bring something to really make people question the GH5. They're going to do something.
I'm excited. I mean, they're bringing out an 8K camcorder.
Whew.
That's insane. Like I wouldn't even. What?
I'm down for an 8K A9.
8K. It can only shoot for 5 minutes.
That's fine with me. I'll do the unlimited hack. We'll get around it. And then I'll buy a big giant fan.
Didn't Nikon release something like that, like 4K for 5 minutes only? I thought that was so ridiculous.
That was the Nikon D5. I don't know if they ever resolved it. I don't recall if they ever lifted that ban on the Nikon D5.
All right, let's go ahead and jump back to the comments. We got a lot of people going insane, and I think at some point I saw 50 people watching. That is insane. Woo. As well. Thank you guys so much. You guys are freaking awesome. Give us some more thumbs up if you haven't already yet. Give us some love. Show us some love. We're happy to be on tonight to be talking to you lovely peeps out there. All right. April 23rd, people. Okay, Dave Sincere says, shiz, 8K camcorder. There's not even 8K TVs yet or monitors yet to view it. That is true, but you think of the cropping room that you can do shooting 8K and just crop to a 4K frame.
Oh, 30, and we looked it up. It was like 33 megapixels, 33 megapixels for 8K. So,
yeah, I don't think my computer will be able to even process that. That's going to be insane.
Have you ever tried watching like an 8K video on YouTube? I remember 4K video it was really hard just to push a 4K YouTube video.
I don't think I've encountered any 8K videos. I think MKBHD put out an 8K video, but then I couldn't even get that option to pop up for me to even watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool, but that's insane. Gilberto, and you can view the 8K on that new monitor that costs a cool $5,000.
There's a $5,000 8K monitor?
I feel like, shouldn't there be 6K first?
Dell's 8K monitor is available for $5,000.
Oh my gosh. You know what $5,000 can get you? The new A9.
Ooh, that is true.
G Masters. We have a physical entity of our lenses, the G Masters. Welcome. 20 FPS is ridiculous, is what he's saying. Yeah.
Hey, if it's available, great, right? You don't have to shoot at 20 FPS, I'm assuming, so.
But I would want to have it.
What if it's just 24 FPS? Imagine that. A straight 24 frames per second.
Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
Video.
It's pretty much just video.
Pretty much. High quality, 1 second worth of video. Dual SD. Data LaForge says, dual SD is the most important thing for me. A better screen like the one on the GH4 would be great too. Oh yeah. Definitely a better screen would be awesome.
Put like a Ninja Flame screen on the A7, the A9.
You know what'd be cool? I was thinking if they can just put Atom HDR, something similar to that, or like let previews on the camera, that'd be cool. That'd be something that I want.
What if you just predicted it right now? What if you just called it right now, Jason? They
On
released
right
it
now. A9 or whatever, A7S3, A7R3, LUT preview, Atom HDR is all gonna be in here. And it'll overheat in
like
500
nits brightness. 30-second battery life, but it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to have some sort of battery solution. Danny will have 5 minutes, get an extra 5 minutes for your A7R3 with this battery hack here.
We can shoot in 8K unlimited now.
Straight Poison TV. They need the A99 screen. That would be dope. Yes?
Oh, I have not tried that screen, so man,
I
don't know.
That would be cool, but it doesn't look cool. But that would be cool. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't look cool because it looks kind of funky to me, but I don't care what it looks like as long as it works. All right. Let's see here. That's a large price. Dave Sincere says that's a large price point. It would price out the enthusiast if it was $6,000. Yep, because it's strictly pro grade. Yeah, they're trying to. I'm thinking this is going to be like super professional people. If 3 Trees Photography, if I'm spending $6,000, I'm getting the 1DX2.
Damn, that is a very, very interesting proposition. 3 Trees Photography.
Yeah,
I would be thinking about it too.
Yeah, I would probably. I wouldn't do it. I'm too invested in Sony. G Master, don't throw out the G Master. I need it. Dude, you don't need it. You are the G Master. MattFan1. I heard some reviewers on YouTube buy things from Amazon with no plans to keep them, just to review and return before the deadline. It's true. That's sad.
Jason, or is that you, Jason? You know the problem. I don't have the same problem with Jason, but I end up buying something that I'm gonna review, and I end up just keeping it for way too long. That's the problem I have.
Yeah, I like to buy things and test them out, and then I said I would return it, but I never do. So I end up always losing. No, I haven't. There hasn't been really anything that I have returned that's like I was just like, ugh, you know, like. I want to get it just to review it. I've always pretty much, yeah, I would probably just resell my gear. I usually buy used gear and just like resell it if it doesn't work out for me. So
yep,
that's what happens. I hardly return anything unless it's like super broken for sure. Straight Poison TV. Will it compete with the GH5? Oh, dude, you talking about the A9? The A9's gonna blow the GH5 out of the water.
I think Sony's just gonna. They're gonna hate us, but I think Sony's just gonna smash it. But that's just it's not gonna be perfect. Like I don't think it's gonna have like everything that the GH5 is able to offer. But I think in terms of just quality out of that camera, I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna say they're gonna just do something crazy.
But I'm willing to bet the GH5 is a lot more stable. So
yeah,
you're getting a really reliable camera. The Panasonic has always been very reliable. No overheating issues. Battery life is always great. So. Let's see here. Zoom Chris says, I'm already pre-ordered a credit card for the A9 and the A7R4 to my bank, just to be sure.
Did he already pre-order, sell his kidneys ready? Is that already on the black market?
Yep. Get them credit cards ready, especially the one that gives you back the bonus points. Spend $500 in 1 month, get $300 back. Let's see here. It's 3 Trees Photography. I'm going 1DX2 if Sony doesn't go 4K 60 without overheating. Yep, I think I don't know why. Do you have any problems with overheating with your A7R2 and your A7S2?
I don't have the A7S2, but I've had the A7R2 overheat.
Was that
I've
like
had it overheat.
like often or what?
I mean, it's more resilient than the Alpha 6300, but it's going to overheat with enough time. So that's the way I would look at it. If I'm just out shooting in the hot sun, hot when the sun's out, the temperature will come out, and I've had it shut down on me. So it's happened before.
So yeah, it happened to me once only, literally just once. It was last summer, super freaking hot. So I can't even blame my camera for shutting off on me. But it only happened to me once. So I haven't had an issue with my A7R2 or the A7S2. We shot long weddings, pretty much had a continuous recording the whole day. No overheating issues at all. So I'm sure if they do 4K 60, I'm pretty sure they won't have an overheating issue.
If they just do what they did with the Alpha 6500, whatever tech and whatever methodology, whether they expanded the heat thermals that the camera could go without it deteriorating the camera, I think they can do it. I still don't think, like I said, when the sun gets really hot, when the sun gets really hot,
when the sun gets really hot.
When the sun gets hot, I'm gonna try out the Alpha 6500 and shove it in the sun 4K. Yeah, very soon. When we have a warm day, I'm just gonna put it out in the sun.
Forecast.
Sit it out and see how long it works.
The sun is gonna be extra hot tomorrow.
I think the sun's always hot when it's extra hot.
All right, let's get through a few more comments and we'll go back to the news. Adrian, AOJO Photography, welcome back, man. Appreciate the support, Adrian. You've always been so awesome. I just want a full frame A6500, basically an A7R2 with the A6500 features. That could be coming. A7 III or A7R3.
Yeah. I think I would be happy with an A7 III with a lot of the updated, bumped up features. But we'll see. I don't know.
Cool. It's me. Charlie Brown, Jason Vong, have you talked about the badass 8200s yet? Not yet. I think that might be the next thing that's coming up, so hang on tight. Actually, no. We got another topic to go through before we hit the 8200, but soon, soon, soon. 3 Trees Photography says, 1DX2 has an awesome touchscreen pull focus that you can set pull focus speed, shoots 4K 60, doesn't overheat, no brainer. That is dope as hell, actually. Yeah, I don't have $6,000 for a 1DX, unfortunately. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump back to the news. All right, so I actually don't have a screen for this one, but we'll just focus on our faces. So last week we talked about, or actually you guys brought up that TCS TV is in Thailand. Last week, actually, a bunch of YouTubers were in Thailand because Sony's flown them out. I don't know why they didn't fly us out.
I don't know either.
We were just talking about Thailand and how to live like kings, and we're Sony shooters, and we're not out in Thailand, so I don't know. But anyways, you guys shared with us how there's a video that they put out that they assembled the A7 cameras from scratch. Very cool stuff. And then subsequently, I think the day after, they released the video where they're comparing the Zeiss Batis 85 1.8 and the Sony FE 85-1.8. And what they're saying is it's virtually the same lens. It's just the new 85 doesn't have optical steady shot. This is according to the Camera Store TV. And they even got the blog owner, I guess, of DP Review to even give his testimony. I mean, like, he hasn't really dissected cameras yet. He hasn't fully really researched into it, but he's saying right off the bat, you shoot a photo with both of these lenses, you can't really tell the difference. It's like they put the Zeiss optics into this new 85. And if that is true, my gosh, would the new 85 be an affordable contender? I mean, you're getting, it's $600, but no optical steady shot. I mean, who needs optical steady shot on the lens now? Because our bodies, A6500, A7R2, A7S2 have in-body image stabilization. So $600 for the 85 lens with that Zeiss look, I'm thinking that's pretty freaking cool. If I didn't have an 85 already, I would probably pick one up. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Danny?
I should sell my Zeiss Batis.
How much did you get yours for?
I think I got it. I think I got a gray market for about $1,000. US,
Ooh.
or maybe slightly less, but I think it was 1,000. No, I take that back. I didn't get it gray market. I bought it through B&H Photo. I had an EDU discount, education discount. It was probably a little less than $1,100.
Wow.
So very expensive lens still.
$500 difference.
Yeah, if I was starting out, I would have picked out the
8518.
the Sony 85, not the Sony FE 85.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. What I'm interested, everyone's talking about photos and stuff with the new 85. I'm actually very interested in, some videos of it. I mean, this is looking to be really good. I mean, no, it's same look as the Zeiss. I mean, if the autofocus works really well, I'm guessing it will. It's going to be a great video lens, nice and compact and small. I did a test at CP Plus where I put the 85 to my ear and try in video mode and see the autofocus continuous. I didn't hear any noise from that lens, as opposed to the 50-1.8 that came out a year or two ago. So it's looking very promising, and I want to get my hands on it just to try it out. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know in the comments as you're going through it. If you haven't got an 85, would you get this FE 85? Honestly, I think it's just a great direction Sony's going. They're offering some more inexpensive lenses. I know the folks out there that want more APS-C glass is not going to be necessarily happy, but I think it's just an overall great. They're pushing it, which is really good. They're really trying to appeal to the masses, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean, we're missing a lot of good APS-C lenses out in the market right now. But if you really think about the size of that 85, it's pretty small. It's like the size of my fist, maybe even smaller than that. Actually, way smaller than that. Probably my fist is huge. Never noticed that. But I mean, you put that 85 on your a6500, it's still going to look like a very tiny compact package. You're getting pretty much close to what, 135 focal length for that one.
Yeah, so, I would say.
Yeah.
And what's also interesting is that since there's no optical stabilization inside of the lens, there's less things to go wrong with the lens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you don't get that annoying little LED or that OLED on the Zeiss Batis. I mean, it's great, but I hardly ever find a need for that little light that's on the lens. Yeah.
This thing is dope, though.
It's cool. It's awesome to have, but at the same time, I don't use it too often. Like, I don't find a need for me to have it.
Yeah, I don't use it either. It's just cool to leave it on. This is a selling point, man. This LED right here, that's honestly the reason why I got it. It's cool. It looks
so cool. Or which one's that one?
I would pay that extra $600 just for the LED display. This is the
which one is that one that you have there?
18 Batis.
The 18. Okay.
Yeah, love this lens. Great lens. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into some of the comments. All right, let's see right here. Okay, I see some questions for us. We're gonna do an open Q&A at the very end of the show, which is in about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you can hang on tight, resend those questions back into us. We'll get to answering them. We're just trying to focus a little bit on the news and some of the questions regarding the news and comments regarding the news. And if you haven't already yet, give us that thumbs up. Push us up to 50 likes, please. All right, so Zoom Chris, 8518G is going to be the same grade as Zeiss for sure. I can't wait to have it. Richard Zoomy Lang, what's the price difference? The new 85 is going to be $600, $599 out the door. Or is it $699? Sorry, it's $599, right?
$599.
Okay, and how much is the Batis new?
$1199. About $600 US dollars.
$500 difference. $600 difference.
Yeah.
I can't math. I'm Asian and I can't math. I don't even do my own taxes. Anyways, Three Trees Photography. The autofocus Zeiss glass was why I bought the A7R2. Good stuff. Straight Poison TV says, I want the 85, but I shoot a6300. No stabilization. I'm so sorry. Hey, mount that on a gimbal. It's actually going to be it's gonna give you a good balance on the gimbal for sure. It's not that heavy.
But even if you were hand holding at 85, it's still, I mean, I feel like it'd still be a challenge. I don't know. I'm assuming they're going video. That's why they're saying that.
Yeah.
For stills, not so much an issue, but for video, yeah.
Oh yeah. Since it's just so magnified, you're gonna see that little jitter in the corners of the screens.
Imagine shooting 4K too, shooting at 85. You're gonna see that jello.
Yeah. Oh,
pretty bad.
Richard Sumilang, damn, 600 more for stabilization in a lens. Yeah, that's pretty much the only difference right now. Again, if you have a body with IBIS, you're solid.
If you have the Alpha 6300, maybe consider getting the 6500 and then saving money the other way. If you need the 85.
Yeah, sell your 6300, get the 6500 if you do a lot of videos. There's no way around it. Cool. Any suggestion? Okay, I think that's all the comments for the 85. Christopher D. Van, any suggestion comparisons on the Batis 18 versus 25 on the 6300? I'm just gonna answer this really quickly. I would personally get the 18 just because it'll be a 27 millimeter, it'd be a good general focal length on your camera. The 25 would be close to what, a 35? Actually, either or is good. I mean, you can't go wrong. I like using them on the 6300, 6500. But those two lenses don't have optical steady shot like the 85-1.8. So out of the whole Batis lineup right now, only the 85-1.8 has the optical steady shot. The 18 and 25 does not have optical steady shot.
Isn't that weird, Jason?
Yeah, that is weird, right?
It honestly is kind of strange, in my opinion, that had stabilization. They're like, let's just give it stabilization.
Maybe because they think it's like, oh, it's such a wide lens, even though it's not stabilized, you don't really see it. But the 85, you'll see it. So
I don't know. I'm just interested. If I could ever ask somebody from that company, like, why this one? Maybe Jason can ask, why this one?
Yo, I'll be at NEB, so I'm gonna be probing. Hey, why is it this? Why isn't it that?
Hey, and you can go YouTube Live, man, with the gimbal and everything.
I'll be like, so Atomos, if you can just tell us why you released the new monitor, and you're making this, angry.
You're gonna vlog with the Atomos.
Yeah, I'm vlogging. Like, you guys are awesome. We're up to 40 likes now. Please get us to 10 more. I would greatly appreciate it. We need to break. We gotta break some records. Set some records. Every live, we want to have 10 more viewers than last week, 20 more likes than last week. Let's get it going. We did break a new record though. We have 3 dislikes this video.
That was me. That was me on that dislike. Let me uncheck that dislike now.
Thank you guys.
Have you guys done that? You like dislike your own video and then you just click it again just for fun.
All right, guys. Again, the questions, we're gonna do an open Q&A fairly soon. Hold them on tight. We got 2 more pieces of news, and we'll be on our way to some open Q&A. So this next piece of news that we got is the Godox AD200. Let me go ahead and screen share this really quick. And no, that's the show notes. All right.
Reveal our secrets.
Let's see all the cursing and stuff like that. Vivian dislike it. Vivian, give me a thumbs up. Gosh darn it.
We're at 40.
So the AD200 Godox, if you guys aren't familiar with Godox, they're a flash company. You might be more familiar with Flashpoint. It's the same brand of light. It's just the Godox is the original manufacturer. They're the makers of the popular Explore AD600. So for all you portrait lovers, portrait photographers out there, people who follow Manny, follow Francisco, they use the AD600, the AD360, and the 862 or whatever. Bunch of good stuff, bunch of good lights out there. And they're coming out with this new pocket-sized flash called the AD200. No doubt it's going to be another home run hitter right here. So what this light is going to promise you, high-speed sync up to 1/8,000 of a second, super fast flash duration of up to 1/13,000 of a second. I don't even know what that means. I'm just gonna throw it out there and make it exciting. But the one thing that I do know is super fast recycle times of between 0.01 to 2.1 seconds. Both 2.4 gigahertz ST3 receivers. I'm just reading all the specs. I don't even know what they all mean. But what's crazy is I watched this video by Rob Hall, this video right here, and he's saying you're shooting this pocket-sized flash 1-to-1 power and the refresh rate is 2 seconds. This pocket-sized flash, this thing right here that fits into your front pocket of your jeans.
I didn't know it was that big. I thought it was a little bit bigger.
Is that a pocket flash in your pants, or you're excited to see me? So anyways,
around balls.
some really exciting light right here. So the reason why I brought this up is because, let me see if the chat's going wild for this. The reason why I brought this up is because Godox is partnering up with, or is partnered, is partnered up with Scott Robert Lim. Scott Robert Lim is a Sony artisan, and he's pushing out this light. He's partnering up with other photographers. He included me in it. I'm not a photographer. He included me in it. And just to let you guys know that this is on sale right now for $299, $100 less than if you were to get it somewhere else. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no experience with this light. So please do some research. It's promising a lot of great things. But as always, do your own research and see if this light is right for you. I'm going to try to see if they can send me a review unit because I really want to try this out and see how awesome this light is. But if you've done your research and you think this is a light to get, try to support us by buying it on myad200.com. I'll type it out. myad200.com. Scott Robert Lynn started this website. And if you punch in the code jasonvong, I think it's going to give me a little bit of a kickback. So if you want, it's completely optional, totally up to you guys. But when you buy this light from this website, think of us punching Jason Vong in it, all lowercase, Jason Vong, and support us. Danny doesn't get any of that cut of the money because he's not cool. I'm just messing. So if I get the money, I'm gonna get Danny to come out to LA, or I'll drive up to Danny and we'll collab. That's where the money's gonna go to. But yeah, myad200.com, punch in the code Jason Vong, support the channel. But let me know, what do you guys think of this flash, more importantly, if you think this is important to your workflow?
It is piquing my interest, man, this particular light. It's the modifiers available for it. Is there just like a softbox, or like, I'm looking at it right now, but man, if it can still perform really well, like, it's like the 600, but it's less powerful, but it's enough just to get that illumination that you need.
Yeah,
man, I would really like something like that.
And Francisco actually took a shot of it. Let me see if I can pull it up on Facebook. But it looks really promising again.
So there's attachments then, right? Is that the whole system? Right? And you have a flash and then you have a bulb attachment.
Yes, it's interchangeable. It can be like a speed light, or it can have that bulb for that whatever you want. Of course, I can't pull up his picture, but
oh, so there is a free training workshop, it says right there, to be announced.
Yeah. So if you buy the light, it's to be announced. It's in LA. I guess you can pick too. No, it's just LA. So Scott Robert Lim, I'm assuming, will personally teach you how to use the light. That guy is cool. You think I have charisma? That guy is at another level. It's crazy. I've been to one of his workshops. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into this. This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
if it has the same enough power output. Use the Jason Vong code. Jason Vong.
Can't go wrong with Vong. That should be the code. I messed up. Should have been punching the code. Can't go wrong with Jason Vong.
Jason Vong's good, man. It's straightforward.
Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity right there. All right, let's go back.
You know what's really cool about this too is if you had an assistant, it's so much easier to hold.
Yeah.
Just tell your helper to hold it up.
Yeah. I had my girlfriend hold up the 8200. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm tired of holding your ray gun. It's too heavy. Funny enough,
the modifiers, the softbox with grid, how it would perform without the grid, because it shows with the grid. But
yeah.
That's the only thing. I mean, if it can manage how much it can manage with full sunlight, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is nice. This is a nice run in gun light. I mean, especially at places where you can't be shooting such professional photography. I mean, you can just like whip out the light really quick, get a person just to like hold it up and just like flash, get your shot and get out. I mean, this is great.
If you shoot, what is it? If you shoot a Jason Lanier style, you hold the flash yourself and you shoot one-handed with the other camera. You're all set to go. You don't even need a helper. You are the one-person crew.
I don't know how Jason Lanier does it. I mean, like, I mean, I don't know about you. I get questions all the time, like, "Hey, can I get the A7R2 and shoot one hand with my G Master?" I'm like, why would you do that? You're gonna tear your wrists off. It's insane.
Just do it, man. Just start practicing with it, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Do you get questions like, "Hey, can I one hand hold the 7200 G Master?" What? I don't know. I always shoot with two hands just for stability. Video or photo, it's just always going to be like this. If I'm holding this for video, this is a lot of problem right here.
Yeah. And I think it's also a strobe light, so you can actually just use it as a light too, if you needed the light.
I think in the video, Rob Hall says as just a mono light, it doesn't work that well. It doesn't really output that much power. But as a flash, yeah, it's going to be good.
The battery's separate, so obviously you can have multiple batteries.
I think you have 500 shot per battery, full power. That's a lot.
That's a portrait session already, if not two.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Man, that's awesome.
Here.
Yeah, folks. Use code JasonVong.
Use code JasonVong. All right, let's come to the comments. We're 5 away from 50 likes. Please, if you haven't, hit that like button. Please do.
Yeah, if you just joined the stream, man, help us out here.
Yeah. We're nearing the end of the show. We're coming to some open Q&A. It's gonna be lit. So awesome. Dave Sincere, I love Godox. I have the Godox 860, 862 for the Sony and the X1T trigger. I also have the Godox Octobox Dome, I think. Dave Sincere, if you're not sponsored by Godox, you gotta reach out to them, man. That's a lot of Godox gear.
You know what? They did reach out to me, but it was like for this other light that I never reviewed for them, so they're probably mad at me. So
come on, Danny. Get to it.
I'm using their light right now, though. I'm still reviewing their light that they have right here from Godox. I mean, it's the same company, but it's right here. This light, I'm still reviewing it. So don't be mad at me, Godox.
There you go. You can just be like, works great for this Monday Live podcast I do with Jason Vong. Punch in that code. That code only works for my AD200, so you can't use that code anywhere else. Cool. Gilberto, yep, saw that Godox, but just had purchased the Godox version of the Streetlight 360. Hey man, that Streetlight 360. Francisco and Manny do awesome work with those, so you have no worries. Great product. Let's see here. Gilberto says Francisco just put out a video on it earlier. He had an unboxing video too. Yes, I'm looking forward to more. I mean, he did one photo with that one light in his Facebook Live, so I'm anticipating more from him for sure. Rob's photography works great on Sony. I reviewed the production model in Dallas last week. Awesome. Send it my way too, Rob's photography.
Yeah, Rob, thanks for that input right there. I really appreciate that. I think it's not what you're up to,
man. Funny enough, like Rob says, I think Godox has been really pushing hard to get to be advertising this flash system with Sony. So yeah, like all the demo units that they have at like conventions has always been like a Sony camera. I haven't seen
I think they're seeing the trend because there was a big gap with the Sony stuff, and they're just like trying to fill that space. there.
But I mean, if you shoot Canon, Nikon, you just these these lights are all very universal. As long as you have the master trigger, the X1T for your respective camera, you can trigger any of these lights. It doesn't matter. These lights don't have a specific camera model. You just need to get that one trigger that works on your camera, and you can fire the flashes.
That's just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They're forward thinking. That's so forward thinking.
Very universal. I like that. Zoom Chris, its power is actually 3 common flashes. Yeah, I think it
I saw that. That's not bad. 3 flashes. That's not too bad in terms of power output.
Okay. Charlie Brown, cheaper than Adorama. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Cheaper than Adorama, but does not include the filters and gel and grid. Oh no, Rob's photography here. You're killing me here. Trying to make a sale. I'm just messing. Dave's sincere. Danny's not cool enough to get that money.
Can't get that cheddar. Not good enough for that cheddar.
Sorry, Danny. Don't worry. I'll treat you out to McDonald's.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No, Shake Shack. Shake Shack or bust.
Damn, that place is expensive. No. We should just do like a live next time. Just do a meetup. When we meet up, just ask a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna have an open hangout.
A real hangout with if you can make
real Google Hangout.
Yeah, just don't hurt us. Don't tell them how much gear you're bringing over there.
Yeah, I'm always afraid. Like sometimes people have asked to hit me up in Japan, and I'm just like, and they're like, "What are you gonna bring today?" This is where I'm gonna get robbed. I was like, I'm just bringing my A7R2.
Perfect.
Like, okay, cool. But I actually end up bringing like all my gear. I just like lug my Pelican.
Yeah.
Please don't rob me. I know Taekwondo, not really. Adrian says, I ordered one. You have to buy a Bowen S mount bracket to use the softbox. Good tip, Adrian. Thank you so much. If you guys are planning to buy this, please buy a Bowen S mount bracket to use the softbox.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian. That's looking up that right now on Amazon.
Charlie Brown says, see you guys later. Gonna get some sleep. See you later, Charlie Brown. You're awesome, man.
Charlie Brown. Later.
Me on Facebook. Okay, Zoom Chris. I should be sponsored by Godox. I have the 2 TT685 350s, 360, 200 on pre-order, and pretty soon the Explorer 600. Woo, so many now. I'm scared.
Hey, Chris,
you have worse gas than us. Okay, awesome. I think we're good here. We still have one more piece of news, and Danny.
Man, should I even talk about it? It's not. All right. I like how Jason just took off. Anyway, for those of you that do use Canon, which I still do, there's some rumorville going on, and I mentioned this before, was that the Canon 5D Mark IV is going to get a firmware update or a significant one. But the thing is, the rumorville is saying that it's going to enable C-Log possibly on the 5D Mark IV.
Oh, snaps.
Only problem is that it might not be it might not be a simple just download the firmware and update the camera. It's going to be a possible you got to send it into Canon or you got to pay for the actual firmware update. So far the rumors are concerned about it.
Ouch.
You know, if there's going to be a major firmware update with the 5D Mark IV, so I don't know anybody out there who has a 5D Mark IV, but if you do, for me personally, if I had to pay just for the C-Log update, I don't even think I would even jump on that bandwagon. I'd be asking for 4K HDMI out. I'd be asking for a better bit rate, or sorry, a better codec, possibly in the camera as well, not just motion JPEG, and just some more options in the camera. So I don't know. I don't know how many of you out there with the 5D Mark IV. I know we're kind of on the Sony camp here, but that's just my thoughts on this possible update. And the funny thing is, when the Canon 1D Cinema came out, there was a firmware update for it, you had to send it in to update that camera. You had to send it in. My Canon 1D Cinema does not have the update. I have to send it into Canon to get the firmware update on it, which I haven't done. So
that's I mean, I'm glad. So this piece of news, I'm actually glad that you know, Canon is putting C-Lock. Wait, what is this on? You say for the 5D Mark IV? Yeah, I'm kind of
glad. Say possibly the 1DX Mark II. Maybe.
So I'm glad they're considering putting C-Log on their camera. I mean, like, if that's the case, then they're probably feeling pretty pressured by, you know, Sony and Panasonic with their S-Log and V-Log, and, you know, they have to realize that a lot of people are shooting with their Canon 5D3 and 5D4 for films too. So it'd be a real shame they don't try to put C-Log in that. So.
You know what? That's a really great point, because there is a lot of pressure from the other manufacturers, and like I said, I like the 5D Mark IV. Just a lot of letdown on the video side. A lot of people are upset about the fact that there was missing some potential features. But you know, Canon could do something to help redeem itself a bit. But it's bleeding already, man. No one's buying a 5D Mark IV to record video necessarily. It's a very small audience group.
Yeah.
So everyone's either going to Panasonic, Sony, and maybe some Fuji folks. But I mean,
they're adapting their Canon lenses to them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've just let their company I'm sure they're still making plenty of money in that market. I'm just saying that the 5D Mark,
they're making a ton of money.
The 5D series, they kind of let that series bleed out with that particular model for the video people. So
yeah,
that's the sad part about it.
Cool. Awesome. Speaking of sending, you have to send it in for a firmware update. Did you know that if you buy any of these Zeiss lenses, if there's like a firmware update, you have to send it in?
Are you serious, Jason?
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. I mean, like, I think I was watching Dave Dugdale's video, and then he was saying, like, if you're, or actually someone corrected him too. They're like saying, yeah, if your Zeiss lenses need an update, you can't update it via software. You have to send it in. And I was like, that's freaking insane. Like, what? Because I was hoping, like, if I get the 12mm 2-lit lens, it's like a mini Batis 18 for my 6500. If they have a new firmware update where, like, it would not have noise when I try to autofocus video, then it would be pretty freaking awesome. But for me to have to send it in and get that update, that's so... They had to crack open the camera or something and put that new update in.
I don't even know. They got to find a way to be able to do the update through the camera. It's like,
I think it's like a trend. I mean, like, it's been like this for a while. I'm like, wow, I never knew.
On that same topic, though, even Tamron, I know with the Tamron stuff, like after a new generation, it would get bricked on the newer cameras. I don't know if there was a resolution around that where you send it into Tamron. I've never really used the Tamron lenses, so I don't know. Can't really comment on that too much, but I know Sigma, you can update it because Sigma has the adapter.
Yeah, good on Sigma.
Steve said, Danny, is your Canon okay after you dropped it last week? Yes. My Canon is still working just fine. It's a Canon. It's gonna be fine.
It's tough. It's a tough meat.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a tough cookie. The gray market people, I'm not sure. I would feel like Canon would still address the camera, in my opinion, but they probably would give you a stink eye if you sent them a gray market camera.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome stuff. I think we've hit the end of the news, right, Danny?
Right. Yep.
Cool. You guys are awesome. 48 likes. Just two more likes, guys. Give us 2 more loves, and we'll be at 50 likes. And I'll be so happy because you are the reason that me and Danny are staying up, 6 hours?
Besides Steve, who's up at 4+ in the morning. But yeah, I mean,
yeah. Me and Danny talk to each other for 6 hours straight, pretty much, for these live shows. So please give us we're at 51. We're done. Thanks, guys.
I see 55, but I see 55, Jason.
You see 55. We're done here. We're good.
I think you tricked all of them. Now we're at 55.
Yeah, we're done. Wrap the show. Get out of here. I'm just messing. Thank you, guys. You guys are freaking awesome. 54. 55 now. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
We love you guys. Awesome. As promised, open Q&A, 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
Danny?
10, 15, let's do it. Open
do
live.
So send us your questions, guys. Send us your questions right now. And while we wait for your open Q&A, Danny, what are some of the upcoming projects that you got going on?
Upcoming stuff for me, I'm just busy at work. I've got we got a deadline. We've had like, I don't know, visitors checking our school, things like that, and good visitors, by the way. And then we've got my yearbook deadline with my staff that's due soon next week. So a little worried about that one, but I think we'll be done soon. And then right after I'm done with that, on Monday of next week, I'm gonna have a lot of more free time, and I think I've stirred enough courage to start putting videos together. So we're definitely gonna start seeing some more videos, hopefully, from that one camera guy after next week. So I'm very excited about that, and we'll see what happens.
Danny, we missed you in the YouTube world. Keep those videos coming, man.
I definitely need to, or Jason Vong's gonna pass me up. I'm so scared. I'm terrified for my life.
Dude, I crossed 6,300 subscribers.
Great, man. You deserve that, man.
6,300. Next one, 6,500. Oh, son, 6,500 is coming up.
It took me a while. To get that one. Then you're gonna cross 6,500, and then you'll predict the new model number soon.
I'll predict that. Awesome. Guys, let's get into some questions. Yurik Tessier says or asks, did you try the new Tamron 7200 D2 with the MC11 adapter? Danny, yeah, that might be something in your expertise.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
I have not.
You know what? Funny thing is, Manny tested it out at CP Plus, and he's saying the autofocus actually works really well combined with the MC11 adapter. So that's just what he said. But I don't know. I mean, it's a very controlled environment. We don't know how well it actually works until someone actually puts a review out there. So we'll just keep waiting. Maybe Danny will get the Tamron 7200 for testing. We'll see.
Tamron, send me some stuff. Thank you. It's like I said, I'm just scared of Tamron because there's no. Do they have an adapter to update their firmware? If not, it's got to be sent in. I think that's just the big turnoff with the Tamron that bothers me.
Beats me, man. The only Tamron experience I have was the 24-70.
Yeah,
beast of a lens. Love it. Rato says, damn, I just got here. Don't worry, man. We're answering some questions. So you came at a good time.
You can always watch the stream after.
And you can watch the stream after.
Yep.
Get your questions answered now and watch the stream later for the news. Okay. Steve says, Jason, your OBS is crisp and no lag. What settings are you running? Well, Steve, here's the secret right now. I'm not using the Elgato. I'm not using OBS. This is all done through Google Hangouts. So the reason why I ditched the Elgato is because the Elgato doesn't work on my Mac. So if I need to run the stream, I have to plug the Elgato on my computer back over there. But if I do that, I wouldn't be able to switch between the tabs. And I think that's a lot more important to be able to switch to the tabs so you guys can see the news we're presenting. So I've decided that I might actually return my Elgato. I don't think it'd be worth using it every other week, using it only for Danny's live. I want the thing to be super versatile. So me and Danny has talked about it pre-show that I think we value the audio quality of our Monday live a lot more than the visual quality. So
yeah. I mean, once we can get there, I think that they'll definitely take it. Yeah. And Steve, man, I have these two freaking capture cards, man. I got the Elgato and I got this AverMedia one, and I can't get them to work for the Google Hangouts. I couldn't get them to work for the Google Hangouts, man. Just terrible.
Technology. And we want the show to run smooth. So we figured that's something that we want to prioritize.
Yeah.
2005 Beamer says, rumor from a fairly reliable source, several Sony artisans being called together in New York in late April to look at the new A7, A8. Sound legit?
Does that include Manny?
Does that include me and Danny?
We're the unofficial. Maybe we can do a podcast live over there and
Look, guys, I have the new A9. It's right here. Oh wait, no, that's the A7. Lols. Dave Sincere, if your mom, almost sounds like you're a mom joke right there. They only literally just show the first 3 letters. If your mom wanted you to do a photo/video shoot, would you charge her? No, she would kill me.
No, wouldn't charge.
Wouldn't charge my mom. My mom has tolerated my terrible behavior all these years. At least I can do is do it for free. Gilberto, how to silence metal camera straps when filming video on stabilizers? Any DIY tips? You mean these things right here? Wait, these things right here, this little metal thing, rip it off. Seriously, rip it off. I think the company I used to work for, the guy who was in charge of our A7S 2 camera, he just yanked it off. I mean, yeah, it's super annoying. Danny, what is your take on it?
I hate straps. It's the reason why my A7R2 fell to the ground and broke. Well, the mic port. So screw the straps.
Yank it off. Yank it off.
I'm a butterfinger already.
Get a plier, just like squeeze it out. Rateau, how's the A7R2 for wedding? Low light performance, buffer response while running and gunning, etc. Are you asking for photo or video? Because for video, A7R2 for wedding is awesome, amazing. Love the autofocusing system. Yes, it sucks. Low light doesn't compare with the A7S2, but how I try to combat it is to use fast lens like 85-1.4, 35-1.4, 55-1.8 to try to do that. But if you're talking about photos, yeah, it's great. I mean, I would probably recommend having a second body because in case this thing hangs up on writing, you can just switch out to the other camera and start shooting again. So that would be my recommendation.
That's the only thing about the A7R2 is the buffer, man.
Yeah. Even the 6300, it buffers too.
Yeah. So,
Rex, any rumors of a 50 G Master or Batis 50? Not that I've heard of.
G Master 50? Oof.
There's too many 50s out in the market right now.
There's already a Sony FE 50, a premium one, the Zeiss one.
Yeah, the Zeiss one, yeah. There's too many 50s out there already, so...
It's not on a priority list, I would say. I mean, if it was, it'd probably be something they should look at later, in my opinion, but...
Yeah. Probably not necessarily. Yeah, they're probably trying to cover most of the ranges first before tackling, oh, shoot, I just lost where I am in the comment section.
We're on reps.
Breaking Elegance. I want to stop this broadcast and say Breaking Elegance has donated $2. Me and Danny have $1 each now. Woo! Thank you so much, Breaking Elegance. You are awesome. Thank you so much. We love you.
Yeah. Don't forget, there's a super chat feature if you want to send some love.
Send some love. You don't have to. Just give us a thumbs up. Share the video. Always keep supporting us. But a little bit of coffee money would help.
Coffee money. My coffee's cold.
We have coffee right now. But hey, seriously, Breaking Elegance, thank you guys so much. You know what? You guys too. Thank you guys so much for staying up with us, chatting with us, listening to the news. I mean, that's all we can ever ask for.
The crazy thing is the same folks that are on here all the time. And it's, you know what's crazy? When you make the YouTube videos, it's really hard to connect on a personal level. But with the live streams and everything like that, we see the same names again. And as long as you don't change your icon on your face, I think we're good.
We're going to recognize you guys. Yeah,
if you change your user profile, I think we might forget who you are. So unless you have unless you have a name that just stands out. But yeah, it's really great seeing the same folks always come back. It's really awesome. And if we ever get to meet you guys in person, just say your username. I think we'll remember right off the bat.
Oh yeah, SPTDO.
That really hard, right? Difficult one to say. Yeah.
Straight Poison TV. What's your favorite budget lines for the APS-C Sony line for video? Danny, you can go first.
I say the 18-105, but you need to couple that with a fast prime lens, like a 35 f1.8. is that really a budget? I hate the word budget. I just don't know. I don't know what budget is. I mean, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, $1,000 is a budget lens," and you're like, "I can't afford $1,000."
Mm-hmm.
It's so difficult to say budget. I would say you probably want to adapt a lens unless you need dual, unless you need the autofocusing ability. I'm pretty sure you can. You know what I would say? Get one of these lenses. I say the Sigma 1750 f2.8. You can grab this for $300. It's a 2.8 lens with optical stabilization, and just get yourself an adapter. Boom. That's if you need native glass, I say the 18-105, but you need a prime lens. That's me.
Yeah, so agree wholeheartedly with Danny. I know a lot of people try to adapt even like vintage lenses with their A7 cameras. So same thing you can do with your 6500. You're gonna still get some amazing quality with those vintage lenses. So that'd be a nice, if you're looking to do like, you know, really save on money, that'd be a way to go. Or adapt some Canon lenses or Sigma lenses like Danny suggested. For me personally, what I'm very surprised about is my 16-70 Zeiss. I mean, like Danny brought up 18-105. I think it's pretty equivalent to that, the 16-70. So that's been my favorite lens to shoot videos with. It's f4, but if you're shooting S-Log, it's a pretty good lens for video. But also agree, fast primes would definitely help as well. So 24-1.8 is a really good lens, but it's $1,000, so it's not a budget lens. Really tough question to answer for that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's those always tough ones.
Dave Sincere, Danny, nice, more videos. Yeah,
we'll try. I'm gonna.
Excited. Roberto, yes, please, Danny, keep up the great videos. Danny, you're so serious in your videos. You're all business.
What? Serious, man? I thought I tried to crack some jokes in those the good ones that I did.
Danny's all fun. See, you're seeing the fun side of Danny right now. Darius, how do you deal with camera strap on a gimbal? I don't have a camera strap on a gimbal. That'd be pretty weird. Straight Poison TV, review the mechanical Viltrox speed booster adapter for E-mount.
Was that announced? I think that was just announced, wasn't it?
That was just announced. I don't know. Honestly, to be completely blunt with you guys, I don't trust any adapters at all. Even with the Metabones and the MC11 adapter, I feel like I'm treading on like shallow waters with that. So great. There, in terms of adapters, I would always recommend Metabones or MC11 adapter. They just been proven to work decent. So other adapters out there, unless you are looking, if you're okay with manual focusing, definitely look into the Photox variable ND built-in ND filter thing. Like you can mount any lenses on it and use that adapter to have a ND filter on it. I don't know how to explain it, but that'd be a cool adapter to have.
Yeah. Straight Poison, I'd probably be the one to look at it later on in the future.
Okay, cool.
Because since I have Canon glass, it would make more sense on my end. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but if I get my butt into gear and start doing videos again, it'll probably come up on my radar.
Cool. Subscribe to Danny if you haven't already yet, aka that one camera guy. The one is number one. just so we're sure. Okay, Yorick, I use the 1750 2.8 on my 6500 and it works perfectly.
Yep.
Awesome.
Tamron version, but yeah, same point. There you go.
LJCH4E. Jason, did you hear or have seen about the Laowa 12mm wide-angle lens? Funny enough, right before this live, I was watching Brandon Lee's video on it.
Where's Brandon Lee?
Brandon Lee, be on our live. Hello, Brandon.
It's funny the people that have been following us know that joke. That's what I'm saying.
Hello, Brandon. Okay.
Yeah, let's call Brandon up. Brandon. No, you're too busy. I understand.
Too busy what? Making awesome films on Vimeo? All right. No time for YouTube? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, it looks really cool. I've seen his video just now. Have you guys look up Brandon Lee's video on the Laowa 12mm. He mounted on a gimbal.
After the stream.
After the stream, please. It looks really cool. I mean, he was doing the Ken Burns effect where like he shot it super wide, but in post he crops in and he either zooms in or zooms out. It has a really, really interesting effect that I kind of want to try out. So it looks really good. The only thing is, I don't know if that lens autofocuses. I don't think the Laowa 12mm autofocuses on your camera. So
I don't know if I'm looking at the same thing, but it looks like it's manual focus. So.
Yeah, manual focus. So you would have to shoot at a pretty high aperture. I mean, fast, low, high, what? F8? Yeah, you can't really shoot at a very. I don't think you can shoot 2.8 with that and try to like get your focus, your subject in focus. So that's kind of a deal breaker for me. That's why I have the Zeiss 18 Batis, because if I do gimbal shots, I know it'll just autofocus on my subject. Whereas the Laowa
That's a nice lens. Wow.
But yeah, it's a great lens for sure.
I just don't shoot architectural stuff really, but because as far as a photography lens, I mean, it looks amazing.
Rato says MC11 plus Sigma 3514 art any good? Yes.
Good.
Good.
Loud. If you're gonna do if you're gonna do continuous autofocus, it's loud.
If you're talking about video, you're gonna get some noise. Yeah, the autofocusing noise. When you're shooting video in autofocus continuous. David Osler, Jason, are you using NDs for videography? I'm just cranking the shutter. Am I really bad? No, I'm on the same boat, David.
I saw David's post on, I think, in one of his videos. He said that. Yeah, I really should use an ND.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago we were using NDs for our weddings, and oh my gosh, it was just like screw on to the lens, take it off, and then like put it on the 7200, put it back on the 1835, and then sometimes we accidentally leave it on during the reception where it's dark as heck and we're just wondering what's going on. It's just too much trouble.
Sony A9 built-in ND filters. Come on now. Waiting for that.
You know, they have that for what, the RX 105?
Yeah, electronic ND filter. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty sick. Or even if they could just knock some light down. I mean, any bit would be great.
Infinite Power says or asks, what do you have to say about the Sigma 30mm 1.4? Great for photos, terrible for video. It's just because there's autofocusing noise when you do autofocus continuous in video. So that's the only reason why I don't like it. What about you, Danny?
Never use it. Can't really comment much on it. I'm interested in it, but I just have too much stuff. So,
Breaking Elegance, what would you recommend as the best settings for the a6500 for video? I would say always shoot 4K because you're gonna get the crispiest crisp quality video ever. Always shoot what? Is it MP4? MOV? Don't ever shoot AVC HD. That's a terrible codec. That'd be something to avoid. Don't shoot MP4. Shoot the best settings when you can. I mean, definitely shoot the best settings that you can. I would use Picture Profile 1. Really good picture profile that I like to use. And yeah, Danny, what about you?
Yeah, I think those are just great points to start with. And then I talk about some continuous autofocus settings. So Breaking Elegance, I don't know if you're doing like the continuous autofocus with your camera or not, but there's like two main settings that you got to tweak when it comes to using continuous autofocus. And I honestly don't know the top of my head right now.
So to add to that, I like using the touchscreen on my a6500 to like put focus point. But you want to make sure that you're on flexible spot focusing. When you tap on your camera, it will just like, it's just helpful to be on flexible spot focusing because it will always continuously focus in that spot that you push. If you're on any other mode and when you press that and when you tap somewhere to focus, it would autofocus for like 3 seconds and then it'll switch to manual focus on its own. It's a really bizarre thing. Sony says it's completely normal. I don't want to believe that. So for the best autofocus touch setting, definitely stick with the flexible spot. Okay, McFly remix. Should I sell my A mount 16 to 35 now and wait for the GM?
Do it. Just go for it, man. Just sell it. Sell it while it still has some value. Because I would say that if the 1635 G match is on the verge of being released, right? Wouldn't you think that?
Danny, you're cutting out a little bit.
Sorry about that. How about now? You hear me now? No.
Yeah, it's just very staticky on your end.
Okay. It's all on you, Jason. You're in charge. Go for it.
I don't know what Danny's gonna say, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the A mount system. Do you shoot primarily with A mount bodies or E mount bodies, and are you adapting A mount? It's just a lot of questions for you right now, so let me know. But yeah, I mean, G Master, if it's gonna be a 1635 G Master, it's gonna be 2.8, so that's already a winner right there in my book. Danny,
1, 2, 3.
Yep, you're still pretty staticky.
Really? Okay. No idea.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, we'll just blaze through some of the questions and we'll call it a night. Ulrich, I have a Sigma 30mm used on a 6500. It's a beast for the price for the best APS-C lens for EMAT. Sharp and beautiful, bulky. Yes. Great. Yes. Again, it's a great lens for photos, for videos. It's just the autofocus noise. It's just I don't know why. The 19, the 30, wait, the 19, the 60, and the 90. I forgot what the other ones, the other three are, but they are fine in video mode. They don't have any autofocus noise.
The Sigma 1770.
Wow, dude, I don't even know where I am anymore. I just like oh, here it is. Okay, I see it now. How Sigma 17-70 2.8 compares to the Sony 18-105. I don't have experience with the 17-70. Danny?
I've actually honestly thought about getting that lens because I've seen it at such a low price. I really think it's a really great all-around. I would imagine it's, I mean, you get a 2.8 lens. It's pretty wide on the wide end, and you still get pretty decent reach. So, but I don't know.
Yeah. So Danny. Yeah, Danny says stick with Sony, but the 17-70 is a good one. On the wide end, you're getting 2.8, so it's still going to be pretty good. Zoom Chris, guys, can the buffer issue be addressed in a firmware update? Let's just say I'm not gonna hold my breath.
I don't think so. I think it just has to do with the memory chip, has something to do with the actual hardware.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's the Sony 55 Carl Zeiss, Sony FE 50 1.8, Sony 1.8 crop sensor. Dave Sincere just listed on a bunch of 50 mil. There's a ton of 50 mil out there, guys. And I kind of want to do a video on that, like which 50mm you should get.
And you have the Zeiss 50?
Huh?
Do you have the Zeiss 50?
I have the Zeiss 55, but not the 50. Ulrich, do you know when the 2470 Art Series 2.8 will be out? They're saying summer, so we'll see. Rex, thanks Dave and Jason. Thank you, Rex. Green Trees Photography, get a rapid strap to hook on the bottom, and even a rapid knockoff brand is like $9. I'd be pretty weary with that because, you know, since that strap is holding such an expensive camera, I would just be very careful and just make sure to really read the reviews. I mean, I have some third party, same knockoff brands for the Rapid back when I used the black Rapid strap. But I quickly switched out to the Peak Designs. I love this system so much better than the black Rapid. Dave Sincere, your guys' shows are great. Can't miss it.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that.
FE518, my love and hate lens. I love the image, but hate everything else about it. Straight poison TV. Dave Sincere, yes, I have the 18105. I spent $500 on it. Good job.
Nice.
I just feel like you're either on the 16 to 70 Zeiss or you're on the other side, 18 to 105. Both great lenses, both have people vouching for it, especially me and Danny. I'm the Zeiss 16 to 70 guy. He's the 18 to 105 guy.
Although I have both.
Dave Sincere, 18 to 105 is the best Sony budget lens for the price. How much is it, Danny?
I think I bought mine used, I think, or it was gray market for about $500 to $600.
Nice, great. 3G's photography. Oh, I didn't understand what that Breaking Elegance $2 was about. So we have super chat enabled, and that pretty much just allows you to donate money to the live stream if you choose. You don't have to, but would it pretty much just be like, hey, thanks for the support, some donation money. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and also if you ever get into a stream, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of chatter inside the live stream, which I don't know, it won't happen. Maybe it'll happen someday, but if you want your comment to be shown visibly, then it's an opportunity for you to make your comment stand out.
Yeah. Alan Andrews, I used to hate Mondays. You guys make it bearable.
Oh, what the? Thanks, Alan.
That means a lot, man. I hate Mondays too. Actually, there's no I don't hate Mondays. I don't even do my job. 2005 Beamer says, first time viewer, looking forward to the next session, gentlemen. Gotta go. See you next Monday. Next Monday, we're back on Danny's channel, aka That One Camera Guy. If you haven't
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, we'll see.
We will see. We'll have a after show with a post show with Jason. Figure that out.
Hang on tight. We'll get back to you guys on that. But there next week Monday.
There will be a show.
There will be a show. Okay, Dave Sincere, do you think Zeiss lenses are overpriced or are they best on the market? Danny.
They're good. I think the one that I have, the Zeiss, they're good, man.
You're
the 50? Is my audio having issues again?
No, you're great. You're good.
Oh,
you're back to normal.
Good. That's Zeiss 55, and you have it, the 1.8. It's sharp.
So sharp.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, Zeiss lenses are, but quality.
Probably not all of them, but I mean the ones that I use. I mean, they're good.
5518 may possibly be the best Zeiss lens I've ever owned. With that said, I hardly use it.
I need to use it more.
LJCH4E. Yes, I just received an email from Peak Design. It's ready to ship. It's arrived April 3rd. Everyday backpack 20L. Congratulations. Great backpack. I don't even know where I put mine. Great backpack. Alan Andrews. Jason, off topic. How long is the wedding videos you give to your clients on average? We usually deliver 6 to 7 minutes.
10 hours. We record everything and we send them everything and they edit it all on their own. And they put a really terrible filter on the video. They take your video, they throw their own filter over it, and then they post it everywhere.
Yeah, that's like the photos that I take for my friends. And they're like, hey, can you do a photo shoot? It's like, yeah, I send them back. Everything is crisp. Upload to Instagram a different filter. I was like, oh no, why? Photographer Jason Vong. I was like, oh no, why? Please don't.
I wonder how many people on the live stream ever have to deal with that stuff, man. They just like take your photo and just drop a filter on it. They don't even credit you anymore. Like sometimes I'll post some of my sports images from like the school and stuff. Kids will get them, students will get them. They'll repost it as their own. Not a single piece of credit. Period.
Oh man.
And sometimes I don't even watermark my stuff because I just don't care at times. But zero, they don't even put anything. It's just like they post it. So. And they get more likes than I do, which is crazy. Yeah. They'll get like 200 to 300 likes. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah. I took a photo of a lead singer in a band, and so many of his fans reshared the photo that I took that he ended up uploading the photo himself, but he didn't credit me because he didn't know I took it, and I was so mad. I was like, oh my god! And he was getting like 20,000 likes on Instagram. I was like,
yeah,
please give me some of that. And my original photo only has like 3 likes. Anyways, so okay, it's 8:50, guys. We're gonna blaze through a few more questions.
Go, man. Boom, just straight off the bat. Let's answer. Let's go.
Let's do it. We stayed on longer than we said we would, like we always do for some reason. Okay. I don't know. LJCHE. Jason Wall, I saw your video review on the Peak Design Everyday Backpack I ordered 2 days ago. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, LJ. Rex, when are you gonna add the 100 GM to your bag and review, Danny?
If I started doing a bunch of portraits, I'd probably consider it.
100 GM, as great as it is, I already have the 85 G Master and the 70-200. It's hard for me to justify it, but my God, those smooth round balls.
Keep going, keep going.
My next order will be A7R2, but what about A7R3? Grrr. Hold on until NAB happens. We'll see what happens.
At this point, I would just wait. At this point, I would just wait already. If it's this close.
Okay. I just like skipped a whole bunch of stuff by accident. The Sony 10-18 is a better choice than the Laowa 12mm. Says 3 Trees Photography, and they dig David's channel. Yes, send some love to David.
Yeah, dude, check out David Osler, guys.
Check out David Osler's. Moving. Let's see here. Thank you guys, Zoom Chris. Thank you guys so much for making our Mondays enjoyable. Keep this live going. We need to communicate more and have a great community. I'll be here for you every time my schedule allows it. Thank you, Zoom Chris. You're freaking awesome, man. Love you guys. Love all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Delgado Pixels, do you think Sony will let us record 4K and monitor externally at the same time? I don't want to get a Ninja and have a 5 GB a minute workflow.
A9. I mean, what else can we wait for, right? I mean, I think it's going to be an A9 or an A7S3 that's going to do something like that.
If you're talking about monitoring your waveforms externally, you don't have to use a Ninja. You can just get a small HD or something. Any monitor that gives you a waveform, and you just make sure you have everything exposed correctly, and just record it on the Sony. For sure. Okay. Zeiss Price CG Master is a grip of money as well, says Dave Sincere. Delgado Pixels, what is your favorite lens? Did you order the wooden handle from SmallRig for the 6500? Danny?
Wait, what?
What's your favorite lens?
What's my favorite lens?
Yeah.
My favorite lens? My favorite Sony lens is the 70-200 G Master.
Yeah.
I did not order the wooden handle for the SmallRig, but I do have the metal one. The metal handle.
Favorite lens? Tough question. Currently, I really love the 18mm Batis because I've been shooting a lot with it. Really great, really sharp lens. Love it a lot.
I thought you dropped the camera pretty hard right now.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard bang. Let's see here.
They use the IG filters here.
Dave Sincere, haha, you send your wedding class the outtakes too? In a doc edit, if something funny happens, I'm going to include it in. Alan Andrews, I just did a shoot and they posted all to Instagram with some weird filters. Very upsetting.
Oh.
So sorry, dude.
I'm sorry, Alan.
I'm so sorry. Dave Sincere, I did a photo shoot 2 weeks ago. Spent hours editing. The lady cropped out the best part. Oh, frustration. I'm hearing it, man.
You know what I want to say real quick about that is that no matter what you think is good, the consumer, the person that's there, knows what they want. At the end of the day, you cannot determine that. I mean, I've done portrait sessions where I'm like, that's a really nice portrait of you. And they're like, I don't like it. I look terrible in it. And they have full control at the end of the day. That's the sad part. So. Yeah.
It's on them, to be honest. I mean, like if they don't like the photo, even though you took a great one, I mean, it's not on you guys. It's just they just see things that we don't see. They see the flaws to them magnify. So don't take it personally, guys.
Yeah. Just try it later. Anyway.
Wedding documentary photo plus cinema. It's because they don't have anything announced to show at NAB, so they'll be announcing a firmware.
Is that Canon, I guess? Maybe that might be Canon.
Maybe Canon.
Yeah.
Yurik, which flashlight do you use for outside shoot with diffuser? Godox 8600 seems like a good choice, no? Yes, get the Godox 8600 or the 360 streak light, whichever one you choose. Good stuff.
Or the AD200 and use Jason Vong code on the website.
Use the Jason Vong code AD200. Thank you so much. Just kidding. Go with the 600 or the 360. But if you want to buy this 8200, LJ, no worry, it's okay. Lens just for pleasure and fun, like my family outdoor. I use it for nothing but serious. Zoom Chris, you guys should think of a podcast together. I'm only listening right now, doing some editing. It's awesome. This is a podcast right now, man.
Unless you want the audio version, then I think that's where we could go later. Just we've been talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. We need some jingles too. Jason Vong, show us your skill editing stuff, bro. You mean like show you my editing workflow? That's coming out pretty dang soon, actually. Straight Poison TV, clear image zoom. Do you guys use it often? And much degradation. Do you notice it? Clear image zoom, again, I've always said if you're in 4K, it's probably okay to push it to 2x, but if you're shooting 1080, 1.4 times. If you're shooting slow-mo, don't use clear image zoom.
Yeah, what Jason said, that's great advice. I've used it, but it looked fine. It looked good to me, but you definitely do see the image quality loss slightly, the video quality loss.
Ooh, all right. I think we got through all the questions. Guys, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I think we get like 50 people watching. That's like the peak 50 people watching at some point. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much. 58 likes. Thank you guys so much. 3 dislikes. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
Even the dislikes count. So
even the dislike counts. So for sure, if you guys just dropped in, missed a whole bunch of news, don't worry about it. This is going to be live for rewatching in just a couple of minutes. But if you want to wait, I will trim down the video and include time codes too. So if you guys can be patient and wait till tomorrow, the time codes will be up. Thank you guys so much. The show will be back on Monday next week. We'll keep you guys updated where and when the channel or where it is going to be on our channel. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah, we'll let you know where it's going to end up going.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
See you later. Peace.
Peace.